What is good, everyone? Saiyan Survive here, bringing you another Guilty Gear Strive video today. And today we're doing something a little different today. We're going to be talking about what will be the 5 characters that will be coming out for Season 1 DLC character pack. But first, if you have already, hit that like button for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell when I upload new videos just like this, talking about, of course, Guilty Gear. Now, of course, these 5 predictions are going to obviously be my opinion. I will also be taking into factors including popularity and what fans want, but it might not satisfy everyone. So this is my thoughts on what could be on this season's DLC roster, but obviously it could be completely different. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with my picks or not, or would you switch out anyone? Let me know in the comments down below. But let's stop wasting time and let's get down to these predictions. For my first DLC character, I would actually have Venom. Of course, if you know the Guilty Gear lore, Venom is no longer an assassin. He is basically a baker now, so he's just baking cakes right now. But that does not mean he cannot come back and fight. Now, of course, Strive's gameplay is a lot different from previous Guilty Gear titles, especially when we found out that Oki would not play a prominent factor in this. A lot of people thought that characters like Milia would not be able to use her Oki game as much, but as we found out in the open beta earlier this year, Oki is still prominent in this game. It's just a little bit tuned where it won't be as oppressive. So I do feel like Venom's game plan will be very likely. Obviously, his game plan involves using the Billard pull balls for formation around the screen. I do feel like he can still go up to at least 3 balls for him to get set formations, whether it's for zoning, Oki, for hard knockdown pressure, and of course mix-up. But he will be on the list of characters that would probably be really hard to use since his game plan does involve a lot of setup plays. Somewhat on the same ceiling for Zato and Eddie when he uses his puppet characters, but not quite as high. But I do feel like his game plan will be retooled in a way which is more suitable for Strive's playstyle. But I do feel like he'll be somewhat the same character. Obviously, he will be very reliant on having a good player knowing how to use the defensive mechanics really well in this game. But of course, they can come in and change some things about Venom and for him to be oppressive in different type of styles, not necessarily pull, but may add a new skill or a new move for him to be more pressure heavy in Strive. And of course, a redesigned Venom probably will not be that different from his previous looks. He probably will look somewhat the same, so don't expect too much of a different redesign when Venom, or if he does come out. Now for my second DLC character that will be coming out, I have Bridget. Bridget was actually #1 overall in Japan when players were asked during the first developer's backyard who would you want back for Strive. Bridget was #1 in Japan. And of course, she wasn't in XR, so I do feel like Bridget has a very high chance of coming back into this game. Now I feel like a redesigned Bridget and I think actually Roger probably have a pretty big, huge redesign would be really amazing for this game. And of course, Bridget being someone who is not necessarily transgender, but his somewhat non-binary style in life does appeal a lot to more of the modern day society. So I do feel like that players that are coming in to Strive that want to try out someone can try Bridget out, and that's someone that's closely related to them, as of course the transgender community is very strong in FGC. So I feel like we'll get more players playing Strive if they have someone like Bridget to come over and cross over to play Guilty Gear. I do feel like Bridget's gameplay will be very toned down from previous games. Probably won't be as oppressive through his yo-yo mechanic. Of course, Bridget's playstyle is somewhat similar to Venom. I do feel like Bridget will be a high damage and low health character, just like the other fast-paced characters in this game. And of course, having Roger there as somewhat like a puppet character as well. And of course, Roger will be summoned whatever the yo-yo is, so I feel like that'd be good Oki pressure. And also, like I just said earlier, if I didn't say already, I feel like a redesigned Bridget and Roger will look amazing for this game for Strive. Now, as my number 3 DLC character, I do not actually have a returning character. I do feel like we will have at least one brand new character for Strive. Will it be any of the previous story characters that we've seen in past story modes? I do not think that's likely. I do feel like we're going to get a brand new original character that we probably will see during story mode for Strive. I feel like we'll get at least another male character. I don't feel like we're going to get another female character to try to somewhat balance it out. Now, of course, they could take a previous Guilty Gear character, take their model and redesign it and change it some way and make it into a brand new character like they've done with Nagore Yuki and Giovanna, where they took the playstyles of and the animations of Slayer and Jam respectively for those characters. But hopefully that's not the case, and they actually do make and design a brand new character with a unique playstyle that hasn't been seen anywhere else before from a different game. But if I had to guess, I would assume that this will be at least a male character. And hopefully this new character will be as appealing and become an instant fan favorite like Nagoriyuki and Giovanna have for this game so far. And now, for number 4, for who I have for DLC for Season 1 for Strive, I actually have probably the most popular character that has been requested that is not named Baiken. And of course, I am talking about Johnny, probably the most coolest character in the franchise. Very popular. He just ranked number 2 in all 4 regions of who players want back in Strive, and Johnny was number 2 overall. I feel like a redesigned Johnny would look really sick and really cool. I'm pretty sure they might tone him down a little bit and give him a shirt like they have done with Ino and other characters, where they kind of made him less seductive and make him a little bit more tamed. But of course, Johnny's gameplay very fun, super fast, especially with his coin mechanic. He has very strong moves which have big recovery, but they have long reach. And of course, the most important part of his game mechanic is the coins and his misfinder, which is obviously his stance. Obviously, they will probably retool it in some ways. He'll probably play up somewhat the same. Whether or not he'll have 6 coins or 8 coins, I would assume that he'll probably have 6 coins. Obviously, when he does a super, he'll get all his coins back. How often they can do it, that's somewhat remains to be seen. But I could see his fire move come back along with his Hinder. But I do feel like Baku's his cloud move, could go away, could be removed from the game. But obviously, they could give him some new stuff for him to play around with. Honestly, I feel like Johnny's going to be super fast but super powerful in this game, and probably be busted and broken and probably be the best character in the game once players get their hands on him. And now we are down to our final DLC character. So before I continue, let me know in the comments what do you think about my 4 characters so far of who will come back for Strive. Do you agree with it or not? But now let's get to our final character. And our final character I have is not who you might think it will be. I have Dizzy. Yeah, Dizzy, Kai's wife, back to Strive. Now, I know I'm making some Baiken fans mad right now when I say this, but I'll get to that at the end right after this. I feel like Dizzy's, besides Johnny and Baiken, Dizzy was number 3 overall in all the character polls of who you want back in Strive, and I feel like Dizzy will be an obvious choice to come back. Just like Milia, she can double air dash. Has great mobility as well. I feel like her summons can set up for great set play and can be really fun in Strive. Great range but very slow, with her fire and ice moves setting up for great Oki. But whether or not her throw setup where she can get combos off of them will still be there once she does go to Strive, probably will happen, but she has to probably do RC to get those combos off. But who knows, it might be part of her game plan where she's able to get a pop-up off of her throws. She'll probably be the first in the game without needing RC to do a combo extender for her throws so far, if that does happen. And the only probably problem I can see with Dizzy is that she will probably be a low health character, as we've seen with like super fast characters. Their health are really, really low, sacrificing speed for health. But definitely I feel like Dizzy would be a tremendous addition to Strive with her gameplay and everything, and also very popular too. And her rear design will probably be the same, not too different though, but hopefully we will see her in Strive. It should be super, super fun to play. Now, of course, I do not have Baiken. I feel that Baiken could be withheld until at least a Season 2. So if she's not in Season 1, she'll definitely be in Season 2. But for now, I would just hold off on Baiken if our arc system works and put her in Season 2. So, because you need more characters to appeal for Season 2. Just like I don't have Elfit or Sin. Very popular characters. But if I were to add a 5th returning character that's not a new character, I'd probably choose either Elfelt or Sin to take a place of the new character that's going to be in Strive instead. But I feel like those 3 characters that I just mentioned will probably come back. Either Season 2 definitely, if not, one of them will come back in Season 1 if a new character does not come out. But I could be wrong. Venom could not be there and have Sin instead of Venom. But obviously, this is predictions. This is just me guessing who will be in Strive. Anything could change, but hopefully I'm right on most of these. And of course, there's a vast amount of other characters. It's like Baiken, Raven, Testament, Sin, Abba, Jackal, Zappa. Just so many characters they could add to Strive. And also new ones too that we haven't even been introduced yet. Where whatever they have, our system works. I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us. Also, unfortunately, I do not think that Slayer and Jam are coming back. But I could be wrong. because most likely, like I said earlier when I was just talking about new characters using old characters models in animations, Nago and Giovanna are using Slayers and Jam's animations, so their likelihood to come back is very low, but I could be wrong. They could come back, and those would be great additions to the cast as well. And that would be it for this video today. So tell me down in the comments down below, what do you think of my choices for DLC? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you think, would you make a lot of changes to my predictions, or would you keep it exactly the same? Whether that's a lot of changes or very little, let me know in the comments down below. So thank you guys very much for watching this video. So if you haven't already, hit the like button for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell whenever I upload new videos just like this, talking about, of course, Guilty Gear. This is Saiyan Survive, sign out. I'll see you guys later. Catch you in the next video. Bye.